What happens when a woman is driving, enjoying nature, and suddenly encounters a mysterious woman on a dark road? Little does she know, this enigmatic stranger holds something that will completely change her life. The mysterious encounter. The story starts with a woman named Larsa, a kind person who is driving down a dusty country road in a nearby town and enjoying the weather. Suddenly, she sees an unexpected scene, an old lady running down the road with a worn-out axe in one hand and the other shaking. Intrigued and worried, Larsa thinks for a moment and then decides to stop and help. When the lady gets into Larsa's car, Larsa asks her what happened and why she is so worried. The anxious woman explains that she and her husband were desperately looking for their only cow, Ella. They had split up to cover more ground in their search. However, what surprises Larsa is the presence of the axe. As the old lady unfolds the weird story, Larsa's initial worry turns into a mix of shock and disbelief. However, the lady and her husband, dealing with money troubles, had decided it was time to use their cow, Ella, as a source of food. Ella, who used to work hard on their farm, had become old and wasn't useful anymore. The elderly couple felt they had no choice but to turn her into meat. Larsa, who always cared about animals, found it hard to accept the idea of eating a beloved creature. But as the story unfolded, she learned that Ella was more of a tool than a cherished pet. When Ella was younger, she worked by pulling a plow, helping the owners with their farming. She was well fed and taken care of, doing her job effectively. But as she got older, she became blind and weak, unable to work anymore. Faced with the challenge of taking care of her and the financial burden it brought, the couple had to make the difficult decision to end Ella's life for food. As the elderly lady told the story, Larsa felt both sad and sick. The tale of a once helpful creature left alone in her old age struck a chord with her. As they walked further, the sounds of the trapped cow could be heard, making Larsa even more determined to step in and give Ella a chance at life. Larsa's act of saving Ella. Taking things into her own hands, Larsa suggested buying Ella from the elderly couple to give the cow a better and kinder life. However, the couple asked for more money than Larsa expected, but she agreed to pay the hefty amount because she knew it was crucial to save Ella. Once the deal was done, she called her husband and shared the impulsive decision she had made. Surprisingly, he supported her, and the land they owned, meant for a future home, accidentally turned it into a special needs animal sanctuary. But now, Larsa had the challenge to find Ella, so she asked the past owner for help to find Ella. Luckily, the couple agreed, and Larsa, along with her husband and the previous owners, started finding Ella, the beloved cow. After a few hours, they found Ella nearby, and they discovered that Ella couldn't see perfectly. As a result, she had mistakenly gone to the nearby park for food because the past owner of Ella hadn't been feeding her regularly. The stubborn cow, even though weak and sick, needed a lot of convincing. After many hours of struggle, Ella was finally on her way to her new sanctuary, a place filled with warmth, food, and kindness. Meanwhile, Larsa's husband converted the plot into a sanctuary for animals who need help. Ella's arrival marked a new beginning, and the challenge of helping the cow get used to her surroundings started. Ella, being blind and scared, needed someone patient and understanding, qualities that Larsa had a lot of. Ella's journey to feeling better. As days went by, Larsa's determination paid off, and Ella began responding to her voice. The once frightened cow started looking forward to their trips to the pasture, replacing anxiety with excitement. Larsa, wanting to make Ella comfortable, spent time reading to her in the stable, offering a reassuring presence. Additionally, Larsa and her husband adopted many other animals burdened by their owners. As time passed, Ella's fear lessened, and she found comfort in the company of other animals in the sanctuary. During one visit to the pasture, Ella surprised everyone by approaching Larsa and lying down beside her. It became clear that Ella loved getting her head scratched, and as Larsa did so, Ella peacefully fell asleep. In the warmth of this unexpected connection, Larsa felt a deep satisfaction in saving a life. Ella's journey from a neglected and discarded creature to a valued member of the sanctuary showed how compassion can bring about a significant change. So, in the midst of hills and open fields, the accidental sanctuary became a safe place for forgotten and abandoned animals. Ella's story became a touching reminder of how one act of kindness can make a big difference in the lives of those who can't speak for themselves. What a great ending. Now, it's your turn to share your thoughts about this story. What's the next story you'd like to know? Let us know in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of these amazing videos on the Wild Wonder.